Hello, hi, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a road review for Vex Trail. This is the highest quality we'll go, but we're just going to be going over some of the mistakes you make. I think in this game he got like 18 finals, so still putting in the work, but just not able to get it over the edge. I gave it a little watch last night, but I haven't actually fully broken it down, so we're going to be doing that now. Alright, first off, when I was watching this last night, you don't really set up a lot, so you kind of just walk main and then leave main all the time, and you also focus this torch too much. So we'll see. You're putting a lot of attention on this torch right now, and you do the whole game. And so he's not really your target. You really want to be focusing this invis the whole game. This other support changes a lot. They change from they changed to White Fox for a bit, and then they changed to someone else. I can't remember who. But this invis, the whole game, was just kind of left on her own, not being targeted. So I would make sure that you're focusing this invis a lot. We'll see throughout the whole game, but I'm just bringing it up because it was what I was noticing when I just watched it before. So again, this engagement here, who are we looking for? What are we doing? I'm really big on quick, clean engagements, especially on a character like Magic. You need to be doing surgical, not just, walk through main, leave through main. So, like, we see that Invis jumps right. Why don't we keep chasing her? Why do we just walk back through main? We want to be avoiding this Bucky as much as possible. We don't ever want to be fighting that Bucky. So stay as far away from him, because he's going to be targeting you. Again, this Invis is in the back here. If we had poked her out, right, so this is what I would have done here. We poked the Invis out. We burned a lot of cooldowns getting in, right? But that's fine. We don't do any damage to the Invis. This Strange turns on us. We just go backwards the same way the Invis left. She jumped, so she used her ability to get away from you. You should just keep chasing this and making that Invis your problem. Yeah. Alright, so again, we're walking into this fight. What is our goal? What are we doing? Right now, I would be wrapping on this right here and looking for the backline for you to be diving right now. But again, we walk through main, and we take this fight through main again. Good dive on the support. I promise you, every time you dive this invis, you are winning your team this game. Because now you put pressure on the invis, it lets your team push up and take the front line. Even if you don't get a kill, it lets your team push up and take the front line and take pressure, while you're making the other support turn around and look at the invis that you're focusing. So even though you don't get a kill, you still helped your team secure the kill on the cloak. Good, we don't get attached to that. And then again, we're kind of just poking this main. We're not setting up for anything. We're not like playing with intention. I don't ever want to see you fighting this front line like this. Not in a character like Magic. If you want to fight the front line like this, play a different character. Break the wall. Nice, good dodge. So you've got really good mechanical skills. You're doing, your combo is really nice, you're getting all the kills, but you're just finding the wrong targets. You go for this Invis again. Great, she's used her jump, so now she doesn't have an escape. We're just stalling the point here. Oh my gosh, the point hasn't been capped yet, that's crazy. And that's fine, we die there because that's okay. because our whole team's died and we're just resetting. We lost this fight. I don't understand how no one kept the point there the whole time. That's crazy. So this torch isn't really doing too much. I think the Cyclops is dealing with him pretty heavy, so we don't really need to worry about him. Oh, okay. So this is something that I want you to think about next time. When you're ulting, have a plan. Why am I ulting? Okay. Why did we press Q here? We don't know what's happening on the fight. All we've seen is a torch. Alright, we don't know what's happening here. So if you want to ult, I want you to scout next time and look, who am I ulting currently? If I pop this ult, where am I going? Don't make the decisions up when you're entering, because now you've given them all this time to back up and play safe. Whereas if you had popped your ult and knew immediately who you're going for, you're cutting down that timer for them to react. It was a really nice ult there. We get the invis and we just leave. But again, we're leaving through main. I want you to start leaving through different angles. Start walking through the right here, start going up, start coming through the left. Don't just go straight down the main again. Because again, we're walking into a Bucky, we're walking into a Strange. Any one of these characters can deal with you in a 1v1. Right now, again, I'd be looking for the White Fox. So because they're on White Fox, their invis now has even less support to be protecting her and keeping her alive. So I would be diving this invis even more so now, because she has less help. She has less ability to stay alive herself. Us fighting this brawl on this main line is not giving us value. Again, we're just fighting the main line. Good, break the wall. Breaking the wall is really good, and make sure that you do it if you get the opportunity to. Target change. You see that White Fox get TPs? So she has no leave. That is her leave ability. Why are we still fighting the Strange? I know that he's low, right? But you see her TP right there? Immediately switch to her. Don't keep fighting the Strange, because he's just going to get healed then again, and then look, he's back to full health. So what was the point of that fight? Nice. Again, the invis is on her own. You bait the jump out. When you bait the jump, right, I don't want you to commit again like that. I want you to back up and wait for her to come out of invisible and then dive her again. Or change targets and dive someone else and force her out of her invisibility. Don't just dive back in like that, because again, the Bucky can just deal with you. Alright, I'm just going to show you again because I really need to drive this home. We dab this Indians, sweet, right? Big damage on her. She jumps away, so what do? We just walk back and we grab the health pack. Right here, we see the health pack over here. We just leave and we just go for the health pack. And then we wait for another chance to dive again. Us walking in here when we haven't evaluated the fight, we've got less than half health. Of course, we're just gonna get bullied like that. Especially because the group can wall off our heals, and you can separate us. That's not how we want to be taking that fight. Good dodge, really good mechanics. So the mechanics are really there. We're frying. We know how to play Magic. Big res from your Adam. Again, good dive in the invis. Good dive in the White Fox. See, every time that we're diving a support, we're getting incredible value. If we were doing this the whole game, we'd be winning this game easily. Okay, I don't really like that we're not scouting. we need to be looking, right? This whole game, we should be like a hawk. We should be watching and looking at what their backline is doing and where they're going. Right now, we're just looking at a tree. We can't see all these red lines. We're just looking at a tree right now, and we shoot the bucky and then we just back up because we don't know what's happening in the fight. So instead, what you could be doing, right, is contesting this top left, poking down, making it difficult for them to walk up. Unless if they commit walk up, they're not going to be able to mark you out. So I would be staying on this top left here, scouting, seeing what they're doing, right? And then, if they all funnel through quickly, dive the back line. Or if they all commit for the walk up, we just back up and then we come back to where we're standing now. You can be doing so much more here if we weren't just standing still and looking at the thing. We should be scouting and looking for our next engagement. What are we doing? We're fighting the bucky again. Bad target priority. We have an ult here, so we should be looking for an ult. Alright, Invis ult, nice. Perfect time to ult. Who are we looking for? Invis. Great. Perfect. Great kills. Great, perfect. That was a really good execution. Good team wipe. Nice. Good job, break the wall. That's exactly what you should be doing right now. Alright. So now we're back in our neutral. We're back in downtime. So what are we doing? We're setting up and we're looking now. We're waiting for our next engagement. They only have 20 seconds now to touch the point. Are they TPing? We should be pressing tab and looking. Are they TPing? We don't know. Because we're not scouting. Again, we should be up here looking. Are they TPing? Are they walking up on their own? What's going on? We see the ult go off and we're getting chased. Good backup. Okay, so this sequence was played wrong altogether. If we were in an advantageous position right now, we're not being pressured down here, okay? That's fine. We overcommitted here. We used one of our abilities for no reason, right, to play this corner when we're already playing low on abilities. And then we just dive back, right? We're not looking for anything right now. This whole sequence, right? We hear the White Fox ult go off. We should be backing up immediately. We shouldn't be staying here. I know you want the invis here right now, but we're not playing in a safe position. Because that torch marks you and then pushes you completely out of your position. And now we're lost. We don't know what's going on. Alright, we're in a safe spot now. We can reset. Now I would start looking for the invis again. There's no point in chasing this Fox because she's ulting. And we're not going to be able to get any of these picks here because these are tanks in an ulting White Fox. But we see that invis is back here. So if we had stayed either around here, right, when you first got your health, reset, calm down, look for the torch. If the torch is still chasing you, alright, well then we should drop back more. If the torch is not chasing you, well then we had a free pick here on this invis. If we had just stayed there. We don't need to be in this position right now. Because again, we're fighting tanks and people who we are not going to be able to kill. I know that I'm honing in on the target priority a lot here, but that's just what happens when you're forcing magic into a team comp that magic isn't good for. You need to find what works and you need to take advantage of it. There's only one way that you're going to be winning this game right now, and that is by getting your picks on your targets. And again, there's not much we can do here because we have no team, so this isn't your fault or anything. But this could have been a completely different situation. There's nothing you can do there. We just die. Maybe if we switched for portal. Here, I would have just switched for portal. That's about the only thing that I can say. Switching for portal, maybe you could have won this fight because you guys live for ages here. I know that you don't want to switch for portal, but if you want to win games, it's really important to be able to flex for strange to switch for your portal. So let's get a scoreboard check here. What are we looking at? A finals, your ace, nice. But you got a lot of deaths. See, you can't carry the game if you're dead. I want you to remember that. Instead of trying to do so much and trying to kill so much, focus on your targets and try and cripple them. How much damage do we have? I wanna actually see. Okay, that's a lot of damage for magic, but that's good. But I just think we're fighting the front line too much. Alright. Oh, so they're on an even weaker backline now. They're on Mantis Invis. This should be free. This should be your dream right now. As long as we avoid that Bucky, right, on this map is actually really bad, so I don't blame you for losing this map. That bunker back there is really difficult to break. So you need to learn how to transfer when that Bucky isn't peeling. And when you can get in there free. Nice, great kill. Again, we're fighting a Groot that just gets healed, because that's... The healing in this game is ridiculously quick. I know that you're getting these guys really low here, and that they could be dying, but if we just fought a different target, we'd be getting kills. So right now, again, transfer for the backline, good. That's a good sequence, and so we get the Mantis immediately. Get the invis. Nice, we can't get that pick, so we just leave. Good. Alright, so we're still waiting for our team to come back, so I'd play slow. I'd be turning around and looking for your tanks, where your tanks are. Don't do dive engagements without your tank's presence there first. We can honestly engage with an ult here. Don't need it. Perfect. Great engagement. So there's a really good transfer. You fight the front line a little bit, and then you can go for the back line. That's exactly how I play on Star-Lord. I think Magic and Star-Lord carry very similar tempos, because I used to play with a Magic player often, and I felt like the characters went well together. Again, we should be scouting. We should be looking for what's going on. I don't know if this position's good, because like I don't play a lot of characters that dive this heavy, but being this low, you don't have a lot of options, and you're not with your team. Maybe that's a good position. I don't know. I haven't really stayed down there much, so I won't comment on it too hard. But just be aware that I think you should be scouting more, because you're going to these fights not making your decisions on the spot. Nice, good target priority. Do you guys lose this game? You're doing really well. A lot of downtime. We're just waiting. I don't like this position again. I feel like you can be setting up right now. Where even that position down below was better than this right now. This is a really bad spot because if they jump down and they see you, they're just gonna destroy you. Yeah, exactly like this. So I did not like that position there. I think even that spot you had down below was better. All right. If you want to play down there, I think that's fine because you've got a health back there and you do have the other route that way. For the characters I play, I don't like that spot. But maybe for Magic, it's good. Don't play in here like this. This is really bad. Especially because they've switched to Thing Dinosaur now. Like they're trying to counter you pretty heavy. They're on Namor. And they're on, oh gosh, and they're on Loki and Viz. This is the time when I'd switch. If you don't like switching, that's okay. We're gonna figure it out together how we can win this game. But if you don't mind switching, I would have switched here. I would have gone like Bucky or something like that. You have low healing output as well, so this is gonna be difficult for you. I think again that invis just needs to be your priority. We have to play very dive heavy now. We can no longer brawl on this front line. With this thing and dinosaur and the Namor, they're gonna be looking for you pretty hard. So we just drop back our presence and we play very surgical gameplay. Nice, good. We get the thing. We get the Namor. I just leave, back up and look for another dive. Oh my gosh. Average Magic gameplay. Just stunned by 17,000 things. Nice. We're playing this really well. But I think we're going to lose this game now because they've switched and we don't have the damage as a team. So I'll tell you exactly why you're losing this game now. This is no longer a you issue. This is a fact that we're running low healing output. We have 2 sustain healers. We're running Strange and Thor into Dino Thing, so already bad tanks. We've got 2 sustain healers into high damage output, so bad support line. And then we're running Magic Spider-Man into Thing Dinosaur, Loki. So, and Namor. So we have no damage output, we have no burst healing, and we have 2 tanks that get countered by their tanks. Maybe Thor can do a little bit against Thing and Dino, but like nothing with the Torch and Namor on top of it, because he has no range protection. So you've lost this game because your team has not switched, and they have switched. So I think this game could have been won earlier if we had done the things that I was saying before, just like a couple of the, target priority, just absolutely slaughter them, stomp them. But you're losing this game now because you guys are playing the wrong characters. You can obviously still carry, in any rank. Or I wouldn't say any rank, but especially in Platinum, you can carry if you were, if you just one-trick to Magic. Like, it's not impossible, but you have to perfect the things that matter, and you can't win every game. I think that's a game that was very unwinnable, and towards the end there, that was unwinnable, unless you guys switched. Around this mid, when they're still playing this comp, you can still win this. It's difficult, but you can still win this game. But once they switch off the Mantis and they go, Loki, Dinosaur Thing, Namor, like you can't do anything, especially not on this map because they can bunker really hard. So I'm just gonna make you a little notes, just for things you can do better. Alright. I'll make a further one off video, and like I did for Ben. But just for now, a couple doorbells and work-ons. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at this for now, because I think those are the best takeaways I can take from that video. I'll give you a bigger notes for yourself after, but just a couple. These are a couple of the things that I think are the most important from looking at that. Alright, peace.